With ADHD, I get distracted easily. I'll start cleaning tasks in one room and end up bouncing around the house. Then, three tasks in, none of them is finished. And somewhere along the way, I'll set down my cup of tea and completely lose it. So then I'm spending 5 minutes hunting for my cup of tea. And by the time I find it, I've forgotten that I was even cleaning in the first place. And I just move on to something else. But when I put the camera in a room, I'm tied to that room. I know I'm recording, so I stay on the task in front of me instead of wandering off to the next thing. The kitchen is always where I lose momentum first. Today, the camera kept me going and focused until it was actually clean. A clean house starts with a clean kitchen. I didn't grow up with anyone showing me how to keep a clean house. My mom died when I was 8, and my dad hired a nanny to help raise me and my younger sister. But it turned out that our nanny was a hoarder. So I grew up in a hoarder house. Piles of papers and dishes everywhere, dirt underneath all of it. I was so embarrassed and I rarely had friends over. It didn't help that the house itself was stuck in the 1970s too. Olive green and red shag carpet throughout because my dad never updated it. But there's one thing he always used to say that stuck with me: there's no shame in a clean house. My family room is the first place guests actually see, so it's high on the list. I don't always pull out the furniture and vacuum underneath, but it's been a while, so today is a deeper clean. When I became a mom myself, I had no idea where to even start. I still fight hoarder tendencies today, and I still struggle with feeling overwhelmed and paralyzed by a dirty house because of my ADHD. After my first daughter was born, I struggled for almost a year. I had piles of stuff 3 feet tall in some rooms, and I just didn't know where to start. And every day it felt easier to just let it grow rather than face it. But then she started crawling, and suddenly it wasn't just about me anymore. I couldn't have her pulling things down on herself or getting hurt on something I'd let pile up. That was the moment that I knew I had to figure something out, whether I felt ready or not. I've spent years building a system. It still isn't perfect, but it keeps me from getting overwhelmed. And when I do get overwhelmed, I know how to push through it and get going again. The camera is just the newest tool in that system. The bedroom usually gets skipped, but not today. Clean sheets are the best. And remember, the bed doesn't have to be perfect for the room to feel clean. Just make ish the bed. I found out in my mid 30s that I have ADHD. In my early 50s now, and I'm still learning better ways to manage it. Over the years, I've picked a handful of tricks up that actually work for my brain. Setting a timer for just 10 or 15 minutes so starting doesn't feel so big. Playing the same playlist every time so my brain knows this means it's cleaning time. And giving myself permission to stop after one room instead of trying to do the whole house at once. None of it is complicated. It's just consistent enough that it actually sticks. This is actually the same reason I pay a trainer at the gym. Not because I don't know how to work out or what to do, but because knowing that someone is expecting me at a specific time is the only reason I actually show up and put in the work. I need that accountability. And as much as I wish I could pay someone to stand over me and keep me on task while cleaning, it turns out a camera does the exact same thing and it doesn't cost me anything. This isn't a perfect system, and some days it still doesn't work. But having a witness, even a camera, has been the difference between finishing and not finishing. I'm actually working on a checklist to make this even easier, so keep an eye out for that. If any of this sounds familiar, I'm glad you're here. Subscribe and follow along. Maybe I can help you get past that first hurdle too.